Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to join you today, and I'm grateful to be able to join you in celebrating the Commission's quarter century of critical work to bring an end to religious persecution. And I want to mention briefly that I had the privilege of serving with Frank Wolf, and there was no more devoted individual in our country to fighting for religious freedom and to help make sure that we could put spotlights on those who were suffering from that persecution. All of your work began with the International Religious Freedom Act, a simple recognition of a moral imperative that rings true for all Americans, that freedom of religion does not belong to us alone, that universal rights be respected, and that our nation ought to lead in lifting the marginalized. Since the passage of this landmark legislation, USCIRF has played a central role in monitoring threats to freedom of religion and belief. It also identifies U.S. policies to promote improvements and punish abusers, and brings their expertise to the administration, the public, and to Congress. Religious freedom concerns are rightfully placed at the center of our human rights policy through the dedication of commissioners, professional staff, and ambassadors at large, including Ambassador Hussein, who has excelled in this role. Throughout my time as a representative, I've seen immense progress in our government's efforts to hold repressive regimes accountable and provide justice for the downtrodden, especially under President Biden's leadership. President Biden has taken forceful, concrete action to counter authoritarian regimes while also offering safe harbor to refugees who fear persecution on religious grounds. This is a clear demonstration of our country's veracity and values. I've also observed the rapid evolution of this work in response to a dynamic threat environment. This has included expanding their focus beyond state actors to account for the damaging influence of ISIS, the Taliban, and al-Shabaab. This mission is especially personal for me as an American Jew. My ancestors suffered from pogroms in Eastern Europe, and right now it cuts deeply as we see the horrific violence inflicted by Hamas that targeted and massacred Israeli civilians. In this moment, it is particularly critical that we take notice of state sponsors of terrorism like Iran, whose destabilizing actions are driven by religious intolerance and genocidal denial. Clearly, bigotry does not abide by borders. Our increasing interconnection through the internet created a viral network of disinformation, conspiracies, and incitement that leaves us all unsafe. It's especially dangerous when augmented by anti-democratic regimes, aided by profit-seeking algorithms, and abetted by ignorance and apathy. As a co-founder and co-chair of the Interparliamentary Task Force to Combat Online Anti-Semitism, I fundamentally believe that social media platforms and democratic institutions must work hand in hand to combat the digital spread of hate. The work is not finished, and as policymakers, we confront significant challenges in our mission to extend protection for religious minorities. As we move forward, I will continue to lean on the guidance and expertise that USCIRF provides. So much depends on our nation's leadership on these issues across several agencies and departments. And as a member of the House Appropriations Committee, I'll keep working on a bipartisan basis to ensure that this work has the resources it needs. I hope that 25 years from today, there will be no reason for anyone to fear exile or exploitation due to their faith. Until that day arrives, I'll be proud to support the fight for international religious freedom. Thank you so much.